Hey y'all, it's been a long time since I have come on here and shared a video with y'all. It's just schedule, honestly. Like, there's been so much stuff. I'm trying to find where I can be able to film and edit. Sometimes I can do one and not the other. Like, I filmed things in the past, but they still aren't edited, things like that. But today, I just really had on my heart to share another journal flip through with you because it's pretty easy. It inspires me. If anything else is more selfish for me. And just to kind of try to get in a rhythm again. I do want to share like all the things that have been happening and things that have been in my heart. I always have this like thing in the back of my head. Well, no one wants to hear my story. No one wants to hear my personal stuff. They just want to get into the journaling. So that's kind of where I'm at. If you want to hear more of the personal things and the things that I'm thinking about doing, like really destashing a bunch of my things. I just need to really clean up my space and get my mind free and just focus on what is bringing me joy in the moment. I just wanted to go through a flip through. It's so interesting too. So I think I'm on number 11 for my journal. Here's all my journals like, that are completed. I think I did this one last, and then this is 11. Okay. In this journal, I'm starting to get into more of my abstract vignettes on the page with lots like this. Oh, I'm so excited to flip through this with you. Like this kind of stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh, that kind of matches. Look at that. That's when I started getting into that with this. I think in the last journal, the 10, I was still doing more like tip-ins and pictures, which I still love pictures. I still love photos. I still love that. But I don't know, my style has just really changed a lot. I'm not doing as much of these like tip-in envelope things, which are nice. They're cool. It's fun. You know, I haven't finished this page. Like, but yeah, I do love pictures. I don't know. I feel like I'm just doing what brings me joy. Hold on. What journal am I on right now? Oh, this one's cool too. Sorry, I got distracted. When I only have a small amount of time to do my journaling, sometimes it just brings me joy to slap a paint, like an abstract on the page, and then journal, like actually do the journaling. So these are my journals. This is gonna be journal flip through 11. I will try to be more consistent with doing these like more often because I know people have been asking for them like crazy. But I've been doing a lot of art. I'm an artist. Make art, make lots of art. Can I do this? Make art. This is harder than it looks. Make lots of art. That's what I'm trying to do. I did this piece recently. Abstract has my heart always. I'm doing what I said I wouldn't do, which is talk about all the things. So let me get the other camera. Oh, that's the other thing. Okay, let me just say this. The other thing that's been very demotivating for me not filming is like I have to switch from this camera to another camera. And it's super demotivating. I might try this one today actually. I'm gonna try this one today and see how it works. We're gonna guinea pig it. Okay. I know why this camera won't work now. This is a fixed lens and I can't go in and out. All right, so I gotta go to my other camera. Okay. Took me like 12 minutes to set that up. Oops. Did I show y'all got a new little thing? It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. All right, so this is my journal. Number 11. Dun dun dun. Man, I wanted to do a giveaway with this too, but okay. Too much stuff. So this is my journal, 2018, July 31st, 2018. This was when I think I was still doing Patreon, I think I was still doing Patreon when I was in this journal. And because I had decided that February of 2019 was going to be my last month, I think that was. And this was kind of a hard year for me. Also, we were wanting to buy a home. So trying to work through all that. But this is, so you'll see it says hem me. There's supposed to be a space right there. Hem me in your peace. That's what I was trying to say because I needed a lot of peace. I needed a lot of peace because I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. So I have to like kind of figure out, hold on, I got to figure out what I can't show. 1 hour later as a, where do you get the thing that you pop up that's like 1 hour later or something? I don't know. I'm not hip with YouTube. Okay, I just went through my journal because I just want to make sure that there's nothing sensitive that I need to cover someone or whatever. But it's fine. Everything's good. There's one spot that I have to be careful with. Okay, so in this journal, like I said, I was finishing up Patreon. I was towards the end looking for a house. There was actually some really cool stuff in here, but this is where I started getting to be more with my abstract vignettes. I love abstracts with a lot of negative space in general. It leaves me room to do the journaling and the words. I think words are so beautiful. And I still do that to this day. This was the beginning of that. 4 years ago, 18. Yeah, almost 4 years ago. 18. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's been crazy. So I still do that to this day. You'll see even here. This was the other day. I did this, journaled on the page. So this is where this started being born, was 4 years ago, which is so cool to see that. Also, 4 years ago is when I started intentionally taking joy notes. You'll see here I have joy notes and abstracts. So these are my abstracts that I did, and I went through each one. I did joy notes on them, and so it really helps me hone in on what I like and everything. Here's another abstract. I also was adding a lot of hidden words. What does this say? Sometimes I would purposefully not be legible, but there's a lot of words in this too, which is really fun. I believe this is just watercolor, a stencil. I was doing a little bit of lettering and stuff with quotes. More abstract. Ooh, a tip-in. Would you look at that? This was when I got Count Zinzendorf's. This is more of a scrapbooky thing. So I did some watercolor. I did some little splashes of my gold on there. It's that gold, the pot of gold that I use. It's probably on the floor because I dropped a bunch of stuff on the floor the other day. So yeah, I just splashed my gold. Did some butterflies. This is a clear tip-in. So I did some acetate with, I believe I did this on maybe a journal with me. I don't even know. Oop, that's coming off though. I need to glue that back. So let's do it. This is what happens is I'll find things and then I have to glue them back. Now I got to find my glue. That's so frustrating. I'm not going to do it now. So I'll glue that later. Yep. More tip-ins, more watercolor. This is a little glassine envelope that was a vintage envelope, and I stuck some different little memorabilia in there. This was the carrier I bought for him to bring him home. My first flight with the Count. Oh, first night. That was the hotel thing. My standby seat ticket thing. So just stuck all that in there. And then it's got his pictures, like a little heart on his head. Oops, there you go. Then got some more watercolor, big stencil. I made a smaller stencil of that. It's no longer available, but if you have one, you've got a rare item. And then some more lettering. I do love like messy frames and stuff. Ooh, this is pretty. I think this is when I did those powders. They were like Brusho powders, and I'd spray them on a mat, and then I would just go plop like that and just see what happens. It's kind of a fun effect. Those are super fun. I forgot about those. This is again with that, and then I did like a little thing here. I did some gold splatters, so that's pretty. Messy frame all the way around. That's super fun. Just a little couple elements over here. I did this challenge with my patrons the last year that I did Patreon, and it was really just digging deep into our lives and like growing as people. And so I had all these words, and then we'd have to put like a statement at the end of the word. So this was grow deeper in my relationships. So that was journaling about that, about how I can grow deeper in my relationships. This is just a bunch of splatters. That's kind of fun. And then I had a bigger version of the small letters that I made and then filled it in with gold. There's some watercolor behind that. That's kind of fun. And then this right here, all of this stuff on the sides, just leftovers from when I was plopping. when I smashed my, when I smashed my book on the thing. So I love how it makes the little things. This is also the time where I started letting go and just like putting words on a page if I needed to. Because you'll see here later, there's several pages where it's just words. Right here, it's just, I just needed to write. I didn't have time to do any artsy stuff, and I think that's okay. I did a simple frame around this one. That was kind of fun. I have no clue what this is. This is just like, I think swatches from something that I had bought, and then this is I did a photo. That's what this was when I did my washi sales. I did pictures of all the washi, and so this, before there was words on it, it was just these two pieces of tape and the clear paper just to show what it looked like. But this was I think it's called Imbibe tape. I can't remember, but there were a bunch of faces and stuff and abstract stuff on it. Okay. This makes me excited. I was doing these little scrapbooky type pages, and I need to do them again, where I just have so much negative space and it's a picture that is the focal point. There is some watercolor, which is cool. There's this embellishment here, which is really beautiful. I just have this really simple thing up here. Just, I am on a joy journey. You are breaking me free from destructive thought patterns and mindsets. You are doing something new in me, teaching me how to love myself well, and I have so much hope for the future. So that's what I wrote. That was my journal entry for this day. It was more of like a reflection, a meditation, just on what the Lord was doing in my life. And I just put a self-portrait in here. And I just also, too, a little fun trick, with a gel pen, if you just do like a really thin line, it's really fun to do. And another favorite thing that I was doing a lot before was cutting the photo and then making it go across the spread, because I don't know, it's just fun. This is a Six Flags. I didn't really like this page, but I mean, it's okay. I love the fact though that he was able to go on the rides with us because he was tall enough. So there's that. It's just a tip in. And then this was just some watercolor. I think this might have been the middle of the book where I sometimes will or maybe there was like the paper was coming off. I don't know, but just more splatters on the page. That's a simple way to add a little color if you don't want to do anything. Just splatter some paint on there. So this, more watercolor. This is kind of more my old school style where I would do like more of the whole page and then like take a baby wipe and then kind of rub away some of the watercolor with a stencil, add some dark colors, fill in the number with paint. This is a more abstract. This journal entry when I was going through was really cool. I was just listening and just hearing what the Lord had to say about me. And it was really cool what he had to say. Like, he was telling me he likes my loud voice, that he made my voice like his. And it says in the Bible that his voice is thunders. It's like thunder. So I'm like, I just have a thunder voice, just like you, God. So like, because sometimes the enemy would be like, you're so loud, you know. But he was just really, exactly this. What I had said before, breaking me free from destructive thought patterns. That was a destructive thought pattern. I think obviously you can be too loud in certain situations, but it was like a really condemnation thing for me, where it's like, be quiet because you're too loud, like trying to silence me kind of thing. The enemy, like the devil was. And so the Lord was just really healing a lot of that, which is really cool. That was fun. Oh, this is like another tip in with some different watercolor plops. Little stamp that I had gotten. Okay. This is a really cool page. So this is another one of the prompts that I had done with my patrons. So this is engage my husband and children. So this is a cool, journal entry about that. But does this look familiar to you? Okay. So this backdrop here is a very, very light wash. I cannot remember what color it is. Forgive me. But then I did like a blue floral and I did something. This is how my favorite washi tape was born. Let me see if I can find it. So notice the background and the blue flowers and the ploppy plops. that is where this was born. This is where I got the idea for it, is I wanted to kind of recreate this vintage paper on my journal. I didn't want to collage it in there. I just wanted to paint it and draw it. And so, yeah, that was really cool. I saw this page and I was like, oh my gosh, that's where I got that idea. It's really fun. Again, just kind of journaling because I didn't really have the time to do much art stuff. And this was kind of fun. This is just a black page. So I use black acrylic ink from Daler and Rowney, and you paint a nice thin layer on, and then you can use a white gel pen to do your journaling. And that's a great way. I was just telling a friend this recently, and it's in my I Am a Scribe class. But if you are in an issue where you need to journal something and you don't want anyone to read it, especially if you're using a fountain pen, you can journal and then just paint it black and then do something fun over it. That's in my class. I have a video of how I did that in my scribe class. I'm not going to show you the journaling, but there's the little abstract in the middle. I'm covering up this stuff, but basically there's like a pretty thing. The ironic thing is I think I did this page when I was like in a grateful mood, and it ended up being some pretty bad negative journaling on the page. And then more of this abstract. And I like this because this was like some glassine that I got online, and I just sewed it with my sewing machine. And then on the other side, you can see what is this called? I'm not a seamstress, the under whatever for the sewing. I don't know what it's called. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. I just got another call. Finally decided to film, and everything is like going crazy. So I don't know what it's called. I tried to look up on Google, couldn't find it. So someone tell me, please. Anyway, use that, did another abstract. This is another like kind of like mesh the abstract-ish with just things I had on my desk because I was trying to get rid of stuff like this I had on my desk floating around for a long time. Just in a little element vignette with some watercolor and a little tab. I think I colored that moon in with some of that pot of gold also. I'm just kind of, finishing up the journal. Yeah, but that was it. That is pretty much it. I did a lot of pages that were just words. I think that's important to do. Like even in my new journal here, I just will do words, and I'll like not even do anything with I won't even like do anything special with the date. I'll just like put the date and put a little square around it. Because it's important. It's so important to just write. So my journal's looking a little bit more blank, but there's times where you can like get to these type of pages that are really fun. Like this one. This is probably my favorite page in the whole journal. Like I really want to try something like this again, especially because I got my new camera. I got a camera that, takes really awesome film emulation pics. And so I have a lot of pictures that I want to document, but I don't really have journal entries for them. So I can just do something like this. So that's really exciting. I'm super inspired by that, and I probably will do that sooner than later. But yeah, there's my journal flip through. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and bearing with all of the interruptions and the distractions. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get this edited today so that it can be up on the interwebs pretty soon. If you are interested in kind of like hearing more of the personal stuff, or that's cool, I'm happy to share. I kind of would like to share, but like I said, I feel like I'm in this tension of, like I want to share all of me, not just these parts of me. There's a lot more to me than art and journaling. And I really appreciate it when people see that. And but I do love that I can share this too, because it's really healing. It's really important to do. And it's exciting. So I hope you guys are staying safe and staying full of joy. I will hopefully see you sooner than later. All right. Love y'all. Bye.